Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing today? We had a beautiful day, and hopefully, you were able to get out there and enjoy some of it. It was just simply lovely. I am Karren Henderson here, Thursdays at 7 with you again for EAs in the C suite. All kinds of things to help us, propel us, and assure us we will ascend to strategic partners with our CEO and other C suite execs. I am the founder of EAs in the C suite, and we help EAs transition from that traditional assistant to strategic partner. We motivate and empower women to level up their performance without increasing stress. We do that by utilizing assessments to increase emotional intelligence, becoming more self-aware, demonstrate leadership with poise, confidence, and integrity. This evening, I am going to share with you some top tips to basically give you the secret sauce to advance and elevate your career. They're actually top tips to reaching the top. And I'm going to share with you starting with number one. And please, hi everybody. If I miss you, forgive me. I will make sure I try to pay more attention and acknowledge you and or address any questions or comments you may put in the chat. Hi Judith, how are you? Thank you so much for joining this evening. Judith is always here giving me all kinds of support and assistance, and that is just great. I need it, I want it, and that is how we grow, by supporting each other. So let me get started with tip number one. You want to make the right career choices. What does that mean? You know, in a short candidate market, you basically have the luxury of being able to choose where you want to work. So in looking for your next role, you want to just keep your eye on certain things. In other words, you want to make sure it meets your requirements. What are those requirements? Is there a certain industry you're more interested in than another? Are you? Does it bother you, or is it important to you to be in an industry that is not so high pace? So just whatever your particular desires are, or whatever particular industry that meets your needs, you want to think about that. You want to also think about the types of people you best fit with and that you would prefer working with. For instance, the right boss, the right team, the right industry. All of those things should be considered, because all of those things impact the longevity of your career and the ability to excel in an atmosphere that basically complements you and what you bring to the table. You know, when this kind of evaluation is done and thorough consideration is given, that's what encourages the longevity, and is actually a key to your succeeding to at a senior level, I should say. Number two, and this is so very important, and that is to invest in yourself. You want to invest in yourself as far as professional development, and you also want to invest in yourself for personal development. You want to take the initiative to seize every opportunity to invest in your professional development. Now, certifications are not necessarily required in various executive assistant positions. However, it can give you the edge having certain certifications that you pursued and attained based upon your own knowledge, your own ambition, your own desires that give you that critical edge of advancement, workplace authority, organizational status, and the bottom line, salary. So you want to think about that. You also want to have your eyes and ears open as to learning all about your industry. And here's some suggestions for that professional development. Okay, these are just a few. There's one, the advanced management for executive assistants. And then there's one that's short letter AMEA, advanced management for EAs. Another one is Professional Administrative Certification of Excellence. Now, many of you may have heard of that one. The acronym for that is PACE, PACE. Also, in terms of educating yourself, often there are materials around the office that you can, that's accessible to you. You can take to inform yourself, educate yourself. There are also other team members you can have conversations with to educate yourself on the particular industry that you're in. You can also keep abreast of different conferences and networking opportunities that are relevant to admin professionals, and make it your business to attend some of these conferences and networking opportunities. The other thing too is a mentor. Seek a mentor. Sometimes in the organization there may be a formal or informal mentoring program, and that is something to which you can avail yourself of, keeping in mind that this is all a part of your education to advance yourself, to equip yourself and advance yourself for a more leadership role in the company. So let me see, do we have any questions? So I'm going to go on number 3. And I talked about this a little bit already, and that's understanding the industry. An executive assistant gets hired. She comes with a certain skill set, and for the most part, technically that skill set is perhaps very similar to a majority of executive assistants, but some come more equipped with a knowledge of the industry, or at least they have a working knowledge of how to find the information. They seek the information out by talking to others. They are able to have a conversation about the industry, and they're also able, depending on their level of knowledge, to determine to consider in terms of where the company is headed, what obstacles are they likely to confront or threats. This is something that through your own education, through your access to meetings, to talking with different execs in your company, that you learn. You're able to discern certain information and how perhaps it may impact your execs' activities, the company's mission, etc. These are things that probably for the most part are not going to be told or asked of you to do in a way that lists your responsibility, so to speak. But you taking the initiative to learn, inform, and educate yourself makes you that much more valuable to your exec and more in line with strategic partner that we're always talking about. So understanding the industry that you work in, you want to become an industry expert within your own company and your own sphere, so that you will be depended upon. You may be relegated more responsible roles to play in the company. So you want to equip yourself to understand the various nuances and levers that impact the company. So you have a sense of and can grasp the opportunities that may present itself to the company. And finally, and this is one that I always harp on because we're all about up leveling our emotional intelligence, okay? The soft skills that are so desired and so sought after. Development, okay? As they say, your IQ will get you in the door, your EQ will assure you of longevity, okay? So in our professional development, it's equally important to have the personal development that will enable us to pursue and qualify a more leadership role, as it also is more in line to strategic partner. Okay, so the three top, well, I'll just say the three top tips shared with you tonight to enhance your position as executive assistant en route to strategic partner to your executive. You want to make the right career choices. Number one, you want to invest in yourself in terms of professional development and personal development. And personal development oftentimes involve assessments that will allow you to examine who you are. And you know, in these various assessments, it's always pointed out there's no right and wrong. There's no good and bad. There is simply learning more about how you prefer to show up. Okay, that's just to simplify it. But that is a vital part of your development, education, and professional development, education, personal development. All very important, especially if you desire to transition from executive assistant to strategic partner. So, those are my carrots for tonight on Karren's Carrots. As always, if you have any questions, I'll gladly entertain them. For those of you who did not, have any questions in our chat, you are free to email me if you would like, info@easinthecsuite.com. I invite you to visit my website, easinthecsuite.com. And also, I offer a free 15-minute consultation if you choose to discuss your mission, if you choose to accept it. But if you choose to discuss how best ways for you to pursue transitioning from EAs in the C-suite to strategic partner to your exec, I'll be happy to talk to you. Once again, you can visit my website, EAs in the C-suite, and you can just book yourself for a free 15-minute consultation. My Calendly is right there. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. And if I can help in any way, I'm here to do that. So, Judith, I thank you so much. For those of you who catch the replay, please hashtag replay, and we'll know you stopped by. So, until next week, and gosh, next week will be next month. At any rate, we have a lot of good stuff in store for you the month of March, which is the month of the woman, but we feel every month is the month of the woman, but nonetheless, Women History Month is designated in March, and we're going to have some exciting Karren's Carrots for the month of March. I look forward to all of you joining us. Until next week, Thursday at 7, Karren's Carrots is signing off. Thank you all. Good night.